Hey y'all, I'm Molly.
Hey, I'm Pam.
And we just wanted to do a quick drop in, a case that we've been following on August Borden. The Madison County District Attorney's Office held a press conference yesterday where they released the results of their investigation. And here we are almost 2 months out from when this kid was beaten so severely, allegedly, that he had to be life flighted to a hospital in Birmingham, was intubated in a coma for 2 days, skull fractures, brain injuries. And yet Madison County DA says, nah, it was a freak accident, nothing to see here, no criminal charges. And a lot of people, I think, are shocked by this, and it's certainly not the outcome that his family was hoping for. And I think a lot of people in the community are pretty surprised by it as well.
I was surprised. I had to read it 2 or 3 times, and I was like, seriously? I mean, nothing, crickets. They said they were saying the same thing all along. Day 1, 2, 3, we didn't get any information.
I know, and some of the new information, they had more details about the bear hug, because initially they said that another student, who they said they are not releasing this person's name because they're all juveniles, although everyone is talking about who this individual is. He is another player on the team, somebody that would be considered a star player, if you will, and this person was actually on a social media site with another friend, and another friend posted a picture of the two of them saying #beat the charge.
Yeah, or beat the case.
Beat the case.
Yeah, and I said they got the first word right, beat. The noun is August.
Yeah, beat the case, and I think that sort of outraged a lot of people as well. It would surprise me. I mean, if nothing else, if you're really sticking to the story that it was an accident, then act like you care.
Right. And I mean, it's tacky, it's classless. I mean, it's even, if you just want to push it in, unsportsmanlike, and you're proud of it, and you want to put it on Snapchat and hashtag it and put your school's name there, it was upsetting.
Yeah, it was upsetting, and I can see why folks were upset. This one person put out, an anonymous person put a billboard up, Justice for August. And I mean, that's certainly been the rallying cry for a lot of people. But I thought it was interesting, some of the details that came out that were not what they were saying at the beginning was about the foot being twisted. He was bear hugged by this other student. He made a funny sound. That's consistent with what initially they told the dad. But now there's just all these details about how he fell and hit his knees and catapulted forward in this freak amazing accident that fractured both orbital bones.
In the left side and his head, and blurry vision still and everything. And then after that was put out, the thing last night, the press conference, then people are like, there's a few people that are like, well, so he has a headache. And that made me so mad, because this is not just a headache. And children or teenagers typically don't use words like he catapulted forward, and they don't all 15 tell the same story. That's when you know something's not right, when everybody tells the same story, but it was crickets at the beginning. I'm still going to keep saying that. Crickets at the beginning. All this information would have been helpful on day 1 while he's flying from Tuscumbia to Birmingham.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of questions that I think a lot of people still have, including why this allegedly happened in a place where there were no cameras on the school. Why didn't any of these kids have a camera? And my guess is they do have video and pictures of exactly what happened. But this is all on lockdown because it seems like football is the real priority.
Yeah, and it makes me very sad. I always love Alabama. I talk about it all the time, make people sick probably talking about it. And this has blown my mind. I would never, ever, ever expect this to this degree. Maybe 1 or 2 people being upset or something about it, like you're messing up football for us, but not to this degree. August is a child. He is a student. Yes. He did not go to school looking that way, and that's how he got life-flighted.
Well, I thought that was a good point. Somebody commented about how if this had happened in someone's home, we as parents would be charged. You don't get to say, well, he catapulted off the steps. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, but that's crap. But he does it on a school ground. You have this institutional corporate response. Everybody doubles and triples down on this story and all of these witnesses. And I thought that was interesting that the Madison County DA made a point of saying, we interviewed, 17 or 18 witnesses. 8 of them were eyewitnesses. We had real-time text messages. Well, so what? It doesn't really explain. I mean, obviously you had that time to talk to these kids. They're relying on you for an education. They're relying on you to be a part of this team. You hold all the power. The coaches hold all the power. The administrators hold all the power. We're supposed to believe everything that these, and I think about, if what they're saying isn't true, then these kids who did see what happened and are struggling maybe with wanting to come forward, what a horrible position they put them in.
I can't even imagine. Well, they didn't interview the doctors at UAB, they say.
Who treated him. I know when Jason Borden, August's dad, put out that statement. He mentioned that too.
Yeah, and I mean, this is also simple to just talk to the people, all the people. But why do we have to wait 50 days until we get a story?
Right. Nothing to see here, folks. No criminal charges. We're just going to keep moving on. All these rumors and speculation. Yeah. But I mean, again, this is just a horrific event. This kid was fighting for his life. He had to have CPR performed on him at the school before he could even be taken by life flight to UAB in Birmingham. Yeah. So that, to me, I can certainly see any parent would be concerned. Yeah. Any parent would want answers. And these people are parents as well. And this is what I don't understand. What is it about? Is it football? Is it this particular student? What is going on in Tuscumbia that this is this important that it's taken an entire team to rally around, circle the wagons, huddle up to hang on to this one story and protect somebody from consequences of what apparently seems to me to be an assault, a battery.
Right, and at the expense of August. I mean, this is not like he is a victim. We've got victim blaming, victim shaming going on, some bullying, some corporate bullying, some fear. And I mean, I didn't have to think about any of that when I was in school, and I don't want other folks in school to have to think about that. But I also think about, this has been a hot mess since the beginning. We've had teachers being aggravated because the algorithms come up and they have to see this on Facebook, or all this misguided, misdirected hostility toward August and his family. That is mind-blowing and soul-crushing.
It is, I know, because here they are dealing with the ongoing repercussions. This child is still not healed. He is still undergoing treatment. He doesn't have his memory fully recovered yet. Doesn't even remember what really happened, so it makes it even more difficult. And he can't go back to his life. He can't go back to school necessarily. He can't go back to playing football. This has changed his life forever. And then you got the alleged, person of interest in it posted on, Snapchat, like, beat the case.
Yeah, that
so classy, really classy.
That was sad. That was a sad commentary on all that. And now what I wonder is, like, the adults that see that, now, is that okay too? That is not good behavior. And coaches, there's 4 coaches walking a group of boys from point A to point B, and if we can't do that, we can't get them all safely to point B. What's going to happen on the football field? Somebody's got to pay attention. This should have never happened.
Exactly. Well, it's not going away. I think many in the community have said that. Certainly his parents have said that. His parents have legal representation now, so we have not heard the last of this. We talked to Katie, and she was quite vocal. If y'all have followed her and her coverage of the August Borden case, then why hasn't she been talking about it as much? Well, she's now part of his legal team, so she also works for an attorney, and she's part of that team that's helping to represent them. And they said that they are continuing to investigate, so they're going to stay on top of this as well. So we'll keep talking about it until we get the answers that this family really needs.
Definitely. It's an ongoing investigation, and justice for August. That is their statement.
Absolutely. And stay tuned to Gulf Coast Confidential for the latest.